Did Rob Warren and Sophie Sierra get back together after 90-day hunt for love? Rob Warren and Sophie Sierra have had a complicated relationship throughout their time on the 90-Day Fiancé franchise. During 90-Day Fiancé Season 10, Rob and Sophie got married after the latter moved to America from England. During 90-Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After Season 8, however, things took a drastic turn. The couple had decided to live apart following several disagreements. After Happily Ever After, Rob and Sophie gave their marriage one more shot on 90-Day, The Last Resort Season 2. While Rob was willing to work things out, Sophie ultimately decided she wanted to move on. Rob and Sophie's relationship status was once again called into question after Rob's recent appearance on 90-Day Hunt for Love. Here's everything we know about where the two currently stand. Rob Warren went on 90-Day Hunt for Love after Sophie Sierra left him on 90-Day The Last Resort. During the recommitment ceremony of The Last Resort Season 2, Sophie chose to walk away from Rob. Sophie read her decision first, however, Rob had planned to give things with her another chance. After Sophie claimed that Rob had repeatedly online cheated on her, she didn't feel that the marriage could work out. Rob, on the other hand, hoped that he and Sophie could continue to work on themselves and grow back together. The Last Resort Season 2 was filmed in the spring of 2024. The following fall, Rob flew to Mexico to take part in Hunt for Love. The new spin-off featured a group of 90-Day Fiancé singles as well as singles who had never been on the show. After taking the summer to heal, Rob felt that he was once again in a place where he was ready to find love. While he wasn't officially divorced from Sophie, he was ready to move on. During Hunt for Love, Rob developed a connection with fellow 90-Day Fiancé alum Jennifer Tarazona. The pair hit it off and spent a lot of time together at the resort. At the same time, however, Jennifer was also exploring things with Cole Anderson. Rob, on the other hand, explored things with other women at first but later chose to focus solely on Jennifer. Rob and Jennifer had a shared interest. Rob and Sophie also discussed this during the Last Resort tell-all. The rest of the cast didn't understand why they would still want to hook up after deciding to end things. Rob didn't provide much of an explanation, although he hinted that they were no longer hooking up. Based on recent social media posts, however, Rob and Sophie do still spend time together. Teeing one another up until the end of the season. While Rob hoped that Jennifer would choose him over Cole, that didn't end up being the case. Jennifer ultimately decided that her relationship with Cole was stronger than the one she shared with Rob. After that decision, Rob ended up leaving Hunt for Love single. After leaving Hunt for Love, Rob and Sophie began to hook up with one another for a period of time. According to Rob, after some time of doing so, Sophie began to have certain expectations of him. Rob had already decided that he didn't want a relationship with Sophie again. He made it clear that both of them needed to move on. While Rob was on Hunt for Love, online rumors began to spark of Sophie dating Pedro Jimeno. Pedro had been married to Chantel Everett, who was also on Hunt for Love. Rob even acknowledged this during the Hunt for Love tell-all, which shocked Chantel. Ultimately, nothing seemed to progress between Sophie and Pedro, and it's possible that the dating rumors were simply rumors. While Rob and Sophie have had a complicated history, it's safe to say that they're not more than friends at the moment. I strongly believe that the 90-Day Fiancé franchise has axed one of its popular spin-offs, and there is a possibility that it may not return to TV. Over the last decade, I've watched the network produce numerous shows, but the original 90-Day Fiancé has always stood out as a fan favorite. I strongly believe that the 90-Day Fiancé franchise has axed one of its popular spin-offs, and there is a possibility that it may not return to TV. Over the last decade, I've watched the network produce numerous shows, but the original 90-Day Fiancé has always stood out as a fan favorite. Every year, new seasons and spin-offs are rolled out, ensuring there is always a 90-Day Fiancé spin-off on air. Most recently, the network released 90-Day Hunt for Love, a spin-off show featuring singles living in a resort, all in the pursuit of finding love. The network also launched 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After, a spin-off that focuses on married couples who want to share their marital problems with fans. 90-Day Fiancé Happily Ever After Season 9 features controversial cast members, including Jasmine Pineda, Lauren Bravanik, and Andrei, who have stirred up controversy in the past. In addition to producing new spin-offs, the network has also cancelled some spin-offs over the years. I remember really enjoying the family Chantel, 90 Day Fiancé, Self-Quarantined, and 90 Day Fiancé, HEA Strikes Back, all of which are no longer airing. While I understand the reasons behind the network's decision to cancel some spin-offs, I'm confused as to why they haven't yet renewed the popular spin-off, 90 Day, The Single Life, yet. The last season received fairly positive feedback from fans, who enjoyed watching Chantel Everett's awkward dating experiences and Thierry Mollet's first date after being catfished for years. I'm certain that there will be number 90 Day, The Single Life Season 5, as there has been no official news about it since April 2024. There have been no updates on the new cast or any leaked details. Additionally, there has been no discussion among cast members, leading me to believe that the network has likely decided to end the 90 Day Fiancé spin-off after Season 4. The last season received a mixed response from social media fans, with many urging the network not to bring back cast members like Veronica Rodriguez or Natalie. Some even claimed that certain cast members joined the show solely to gain clout rather than genuinely seeking true love. I think there are several reasons the network may have cancelled 90 Day, The Single Life, but it primarily comes down to the fact that they have already released another singles show, 90 Day, Hunt for Love. The new spin-off features the journeys of popular single cast members as they seek new love. I believe the network probably decided to focus on 90 Day, Hunt for Love because it's a much more cost-effective show. It's easier to film all the 90 Day Fiancé franchise cast members in one resort rather than following them around the world in their search for love. Another 90 Day Fiancé couple is expecting. Julia Trubkina and Brandon Gibbs are going to be parents. The 90 Day Fiancé stars are thrilled to be stepping into this new chapter and can't wait to welcome their first baby. 90 Day Fiancé stars Julia Trubkina and Brandon Gibbs got married in April 2020. Julia married Brandon in April 2020. They appeared on Season 8 of 90 Day Fiancé along with the spin-offs 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, 90 Day Diaries, and their latest appearance on 90 Day, The Last Resort. Through their appearances throughout the years, fans were able to follow their relationship and watch it grow from the time Julia moved to Brandon's farm in Virginia to Russia. It wasn't always smooth sailing. It looks like they finally got on the same page now, though. They've moved into their own place, and they are about to become parents. They shared the news on their Instagram along with their beautiful dog Nala. Wearing a body-hugging dress that showed off her beautiful baby bump, Julia said, "We have big news, we are pregnant." The couple went on to thank the fans for their love and support. They were both positively glowing in the video and looked like they couldn't be happier. Best wishes to the new parents as they embark on this new adventure. There are many 90 Day Fiancé couples that seemed doomed but have actually formed solid relationships, but there are several that I'm surprised have made it this long. 90 Day Fiancé debuted on TLC in 2014, and there have been 11 seasons of the OG show. Notable 90 Day Fiancé Season 11 aired the 90th network wedding. The franchise has grown to be one of the biggest and longest-running reality TV in history. It is also crowned by spin-off like Before the 90 Days, which featured the likes of Big Ed Brown and Angela Deem, and The Other Way, which gave viewers Shekinah Garner and Sapa Govern among other notorious couples. Happily Ever After. Season 9, which follows alumni couples, is currently airing, and is the second spin-off produced by the franchise. The other notable spin-off that gives viewers a glimpse at new couples is 90 Day Fiancé, Love in Paradise, which premiered in 2021. Other spin-offs following alums include 90 Day, The Single Life, 90 Day, Hunt for Love, 90 Day, The Last Resort, and 90 Day Diaries. Throughout the years, I've noticed several couples who have deep struggles return to the franchise, and they've stuck out to me because I can't. Jessica Parsons and Juan Doza were first featured in Love in Paradise Season 3. The pair met when Jessica and her best friend Megan were guests on the cruise ship Juan was working on. Jessica, a divorced mother of 2 from Torrington, Wyoming, got pregnant with Juan's baby while he was still working on the ship. In 90 Day Fiancé Season 11, Jessica brought Juan to America on the K-1 visa, and they married at the end of the season. I've thought that Juan had a resentful attitude towards Jessica, and for good reason, since he was shuffled into a life he never expected himself to lead. At the Season 11 tell-all, Juan said he has flooded DMs, and he mentioned if it weren't for his son, not Jessica, that he would still be working on cruise ships and living his best life, which is wholly problematic to me. Russ and Paula are an OG couple, having been on 90 Day Fiancé Season 1. However, in the last 11 years they've been married, several issues have arisen and Paula has said some nasty things about Russ online. Conservative Russ originally had a problem with how Paula dressed and her career aspirations as a model. But Paula carved her own path and made Russ get with her ideals. Then, Paula was the breadwinner during the pandemic, which strained their relationship. Paula would made TikToks mocking her husband's financial situation. Paula has also made X posts seemingly taking digs at Russ for shortcomings. The two do share a son together, Axel Mayfield, and they've been putting on a happy front in 2025. But I think Paula can't keep her feelings about her ill relationship with Russ private, and that she will inevitably bash him online again. They're one of the longest-lasting couples, but they are very mismatched. Shida, from Trinidad and Tobago, who is a traditional Muslim wife, follows what her husband says, and I always thought she should have checked Bilal and his demeanor because the way he talked to her made her look bad. Bilal and Shida also went through 5 miscarriages before she and Bilal welcomed their son, Ayon, in 2024. Bilal didn't seem interested in being a father again, as he already raised kids. While I appreciate that Shida is getting the life she wants with Bilal, I don't think the way he treats her and the way he conducts himself in general is positive long-term for Shida. Shekinah Garner and Sapa Govern appeared on several seasons of The Other Way before they got married in 90 Day Fiancé Season 11. Sapa, who braggingly has slept with over 2,500 women, tamed his bad boy nature to settle down with Shekinah. But they have had nothing but communication problems, huge blow-ups, and misunderstandings. Shekinah's family.